Hey, welcome to episode 7 of our real life English series. Now remember, in this series, I teach you real English used by native English speakers in real life. So, are you ready? Well then, I'm teacher Tiffani. Let's jump right in. So we're going to start off by taking a look at a picture. Now this picture includes 3 individuals. But when I see the picture, I immediately focus on the middle gentleman. And I think of the word thrilled. After me, thrilled. Excellent. Pay close attention. Thrilled. Very good. Now, what does this word thrilled actually mean? So the word thrilled just means extremely happy about something. Again, extremely happy about something. I remember my niece when she was 2 years old. She used to love beans. So whenever my mom made beans for her, she would be thrilled, extremely happy. Now, maybe you also like beans. Well, here's an example sentence. I was thrilled that so many people turned up to the party. Again, extremely happy. Now, if you want to use this word in real life, here's a pattern for you. I was thrilled when ... So the example sentence could be, I was thrilled when I heard that they were finally getting married. Imagine waiting so long for your friends to get married, and then one day they say, hey, it's time. You would be extremely happy for them, or you would be thrilled. Makes sense, right? Okay, so as we look at the picture, again, we see that this young man is thrilled. But when we go down a little bit to the bottom, we see all this snow. And the first word that pops in my head is nippy. After me, nippy. Excellent. Pay close attention. Nippy. Great pronunciation. Now, what does this word nippy actually mean? So the word nippy just means, speaking of the weather, rather cold or chilly. Cold. Ooh, it's really nippy outside. The sentence could be, it's a bit nippy today. You know, it's funny. My sister and I, we have this ongoing joke about my parents. They have started to really enjoy watching the news. So whenever the weather is going to be a little bit colder than usual, my dad will call, baby girl, yes, daddy, it's going to be a little bit nippy outside, so make sure you take your coat. I know that when my dad lets me know, hey, it's going to be cold or nippy, I need to take a coat when I go outside. This is something my parents love doing, so they let my sister and I know when it's going to be nippy outside. But what about you? If you want to use this word, here's the pattern you can use. It will be nippy ... For example, it will be nippy in New York tomorrow. So you let the individual know the time period when it's going to be nippy or a little bit cold or chilly outside. Makes sense, right? Well, I think it's time for a quick quiz. Let me see how much you really understood. Here we go. Question number 1. We have more words coming, but question number 1. I was ... to be chosen. 5 seconds starts now. Time. All right, time. Oh, it started again. What's the answer? Excellent. Yes, I was thrilled, excited to be chosen. Excellent. All right, now let's look at question number 2. Remember to take your coat. It's going to be today. Think about my dad. Time starts now. 2, 1. What's the answer? Yes, it's going to be nippy today. Excellent job. So now we understand nippy, and we also understand the other word, thrilled. So when we're looking at this image again, we saw the part where the young man was excited. We saw the snow. But what about when we go to the other part of the picture? We see this beautiful young lady, and the first word that comes to my mind is peppy. After me, peppy. Excellent. Again, peppy. Great job. So what does peppy actually mean? Now, the word peppy just means having a lot of energy or activity. I am a very peppy person. I love teaching you English and helping you achieve your goals. I am very peppy. You can see that, right? So an example sentence. He's been sleeping well for the last few days, so now, woohoo, he's feeling peppy. Now, it's funny, yesterday I actually had a conversation with my best friend. We went out to eat at this amazing Indian restaurant, but after eating, we got a little bit tired. So she went and she took a 30-minute nap. And when I called her, she said, "Hey, Tiff." I said, "Woo, you sound a little bit peppier now." She said, "Yes, I took a nap." She had more energy after the nap. So again, peppy means having a lot of energy or activity. So what about the pattern you can use? Here's the pattern. ... is always very peppy. So think about someone in your life that is very peppy, happy, and they have a lot of energy. For example, using the pattern, my college professor is always very peppy, always shows a lot of energy when he speaks or when he teaches a class. Very peppy. Makes sense, right? Okay, I want you to try to use this at least once today. Now, if we go back to the picture, we understand peppy. What about this young man right here? Well, when I see this young man, I immediately think of the expression or words, good-natured. After me, good-natured. Excellent. One more time. Good-natured. Very good. So what does good-natured actually mean? Well, good-natured just means pleasant or friendly. Friendly and welcoming toward other people. This person just seems so kind. Take a look at his face one more time. He looks like a nice person. He seems to be a good-natured young man. So here's the sentence. The people I met were very good-natured. Again, good-natured. I remember a guy I used to date when I was in college. He was a very good-natured guy. He always tried to be nice to people. We didn't stay together, but he was still a great person. Good-natured. So, what is the pattern that you can use? Here's the pattern. I heard that ... is a very good-natured person. Think about somebody in your life right now. Maybe it's your mom, your dad, your sibling, your coworker, maybe even your boss. That individual, if they are good-natured, you can use this pattern. I heard that my new boss is a very good-natured person. Here's another example sentence. I heard that your manager is a very good-natured person. Makes sense, right? Kind and friendly. So we have good-natured, but if we go back to this image and we zoom in to another area, we see this tree, and the first word that comes to my mind is bear. After me, bear. Great, pay attention. Bear. Excellent. Now, what does the word bear actually mean? So the word bear just means without covering or clothing, or naked or nude, or when speaking about a tree, having no leaves. So again, check out the picture. The tree has no leaves, which is why I immediately thought of the word bear. So we understand the meaning, and here's an example sentence. The trees in our neighborhood are all bare. Makes sense, right? It's funny, I remember this story when I was maybe about 11 or 12 years old. I had no fear as a child. And I remember playing at the playground with my friends, and one of our balls went into this little swamp area. And all the trees in the swamp area were bare. They didn't have any leaves on them. And I was going to get the ball, and all of a sudden, my friend screamed because on the bare tree, they saw a snake wrapped around. They said, "Tiff, come out, come out. There's a snake on the bare tree." Now, as you can see, I lived, but they were able to see the snake because the trees were all bare. Makes sense, right? All right, so what is a sentence pattern that you can use to actually use this word like a native English speaker? Here's the pattern. All the trees, ... were bare. Let me show you how you can use it. All the trees in her backyard were bare. Or remember the story I just told. All the trees in the swamp were bare. So you can use this pattern as well. Bare. Make sense? All right, now it's time for you to take another quiz. Here's the quiz. It's going to be a little bit harder this time, all right? Here's the first question. Again, the trees in our neighborhood are all... 2, 1. Time. What's the answer? Yes, they're all bare. Excellent. Very good. Very good. All right. Question number 2. It was ... that so many people turned up to the party. 3, 2, 1. Time. Not it, but I said it instead of I. I was thrilled that so many people turned up to the party. Excellent. All right. Question number 3. Fill in the blank. He's been sleeping well for the last few days, so now he's feeling... Time has started. 2, 1. Yes, he's feeling peppy. Excellent job. Very good. All right. Question number 4. Here we go. Fill in the blank. The people I met were very... 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Time. Were very... Yes, good-natured. Excellent. All right. Last question. You can do it. I believe in you. Here we go. It's a bit... Today. I gave you a hint. 5 seconds. Here we go. It's a bit... Time. Nippy. Excellent job. It's a bit nippy today. Excellent job. So today you learned so many new words that native English speakers use in real life. I really hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Don't forget, if you want to keep studying with me, all you have to do is go to www.letsjumprightin.com. Join tons of individuals from all over the world and learn how to improve your English every single day. Go to letsjumprightin.com. I'll see you there, but as always, remember to speak English. You still there? You know what time it is. It's story time. Hey, I said it's story time. All right. So today's story is actually about one of my favorite teachers from high school. He was a very good-natured individual. Now, his name was Mr. Orlando Mastrapa. He was our Spanish teacher. Now, he was a very handsome man. He loved his students, and honestly, we all loved him. He was a good teacher, and he really cared about us. Now, I knew him in high school. I met him in high school because, again, he was my teacher. My freshman and I think my sophomore year, he was my Spanish teacher. Now, that was literally 20 years ago, 20-something years ago, and ever since that time, I've always held a special place in my heart for Mr. Mastrapa. Honestly, when I speak to all of my friends from high school, we all have fond memories of Mr. Mastrapa because he was such a good-natured individual. But you know, as time goes on, you don't see people that much. I went to college, I got a job, I went to Korea for 10 years, so I had not seen Mr. Mastrapa honestly in over 15 years. But one day, my mom, my dad, my sister, and I, we decided to go out to lunch. And so my parents went into the restaurant first, and they were sitting down at our booth. And my sister and I, we walked into the restaurant. And as we were walking in the restaurant, suddenly someone caught my eye. It was Mr. Mastrapa and his wife. I said, Simona! My sister's name is Simona. There's Mr. Mastrapa. Now, my sister is 5 years older than me. At the time when we saw Mr. Mastrapa, I may have been 35 or 36, and my sister was about 40 or a little bit older. We turned into little children. We ran to Mr. Mastrapa as he was sitting with his wife. We said, Mr. Mastrapa, and we gave him the biggest hug. He said, my babies, and he gave us the biggest hug. And for about 10 minutes, my sister and I just talked to him and his wife, and we literally felt like we were back in high school again. So it's amazing the effect your teachers can have on you, to where even though you're an adult, you go back in time and you feel just as happy as you did when you were younger. Now, even to this day right now, if I were to see Mr. Mastrapa, the same thing would happen. He's just a wonderful man. He was in the past and he still is today. Maybe again, you've had an amazing teacher like that as well. A good-natured teacher from when you were in high school or elementary school. Let us know about your teacher. I hope you enjoyed this story and I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Remember to keep studying with me. All you have to do is go to letsjumprightin.com. I'll talk to you next time. Have a good one.